gives me intense pride and joy to announce the launch of All a Woman Theatre. Theatre, first of its kind, initiative dedicated to providing compassionate, specialized and dignified urological problems in woman by woman. As a female urologist, I have witnessed many of the times that female are not coming up for their problems because of the lack of awareness or social stigma. This is conditions like urinary incontinence, urological infections, or many of the time pelvic organ prolapse patient, which hampers their quality of life, but yet remain unspoken yet. So this initiative is to bridge the gap. Our theatre will be entirely operated by the woman, from the surgeons and anesthetists to entire staff as well as the nurses are women, symbolizing empowerment, skill and sensitivity. The newly established center also brings together other key components like urodynamic studies or pelvic floor rehabilitation center, which is a structured non-surgical treatment for the conditions like pelvic floor training or biofeedback therapy. With this step, we envision a comfortable, confidential environment where women can come and consult us for without hesitation, as well as advanced urological surgeries performed with precise standards. This is not just initiation of the theatre, but it's creating a movement where women can come up and seek help for their urological problems. I extend my heartfelt thanks to IPS Shikha Goyal Madam for graciously accepting our invitation for this event. I would like to thank my mentors Dr. C. Mallikarjun sir and Dr. P. Purnachandra Reddy sir for helping us for our vision, and my colleagues as well as this hospital administration also take us to come this forward our vision for giving the all female theatres. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Doctor. Next, I invite Dr. Deepthi Sureka to share her insights on the importance of addressing women's urological health and how this center aims to create greater awareness and comfort for women seeking treatment.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, as you all know, the Women's Health and Women's Day Rojana, we wanted to launch this functional and female urology department in AINU. So, manam urine anangane, it makes us feel so uncomfortable. It is not something regarding which manam andari mundara maatladam gaani emi cheyam. It's a very private affair for us. And ఆడవాళ్ళకి ఎస్పెషలీ వాళ్ళకి అసలు ఏది నార్మల్ ఏది అబ్నార్మల్ అన్నది కూడా అర్థం కాదు. అండ్ దెర్ ఆర్ వేరియస్ ఫేజెస్ ఆడవాళ్ళకి. ఒకటి ప్యూబర్టీ ఆర్ అంటే పీరియడ్స్ అవి స్టార్ట్ అయినాయి, ఆ టైంలో వేరియస్ యూరిన్ కన్సర్న్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళాలి, ఎట్లా మాట్లాడాలి, అసలు ఎవరితో షేర్ చేసుకోవాలి అన్నది కూడా వాళ్ళకి అర్థం కాదు. నెక్స్ట్ వచ్చేసి మ్యారేజ్ అయిపోయింది, రిపీటెడ్గా ఇన్ఫెక్షన్స్ వస్తున్నాయి. ఇస్ దిస్ ఓకే ఆర్ ఇది సెటిల్ అయిపోతుందా లేదు, మనకు అసలు ట్రీట్మెంట్ ఏమన్నా అవసరమా, ట్రీట్మెంట్ అవసరమైతే ఎవరి దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళాలి, అండ్ హౌ డు వి షేర్ ఆల్ దిస్. డెలివరీ అయిపోయింది, పిల్లలు పుట్టారు, యూరిన్ లీక్ అవుతుంది, అసలు కంట్రోలే ఉండట్లేదు, మాటికి వెళ్తున్నాము, ఆర్ ఏదో జారింది, అసలు హౌ విల్ మై బాడీ రెస్పాండ్, విల్ ఐ సెటిల్ ఆర్ నో, ఆర్ ఇస్ దిస్ సంథింగ్ ఐ నీడ్ హెల్ప్, అండ్ వేర్ డు వి గో. ఇలాగ చాలా రీజన్స్ ఉన్నాయి వేర్ యూరినరీ కంప్లైంట్స్ ఆడవాళ్ళలో ఉంటున్నాయి. కానీ ఎలా వెళ్ళాలి, ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళాలి, అండ్ హౌ టు కంఫర్టబుల్లీ టాక్ అబౌట్ ఇట్. There are a lot of urologists where they can go, but they are unable to communicate. So this is an initiative from us as a team where we want to focus on ఆడవాళ్ళకు వచ్చే కన్సర్న్స్కి a full woman-led program where any sort of urinary complaints you have, you can come to us and we will help you out. So do not hesitate or think that okay, this is probably normal, ఇలాగే ఉండిపోదాం అని అనుకోవాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు, సఫర్ అవ్వాల్సిన అవసరం అంతకన్నా లేదు. So please come down and you can seek help.
IPS officer of the Telangana cadre and a passionate champion of women's safety and empowerment. An alumna of Miranda House, Delhi University, with an MPhil in botany and an advanced management program in public policy from the Indian School of Business. She is also an accredited civil and commercial meditator certified by ADR ODR International UK. Across a remarkable career spanning 3 decades, she has worked in some of the most challenging policing environments, from conflict zones in Jammu and Kashmir to anti-Naxal operations in Andhra Pradesh, earning recognition for her leadership and commitment to public service. She is widely known as the architect behind several path-breaking initiatives focused on women welfare and safety. Programs such as She Teams, Bharosa Centers, CDEW Family Counseling Centers, and Sahas Women Workplace Safety Initiatives have transformed the landscape of citizen-centric policing in India and have been replicated across the country. Currently serving as Director General, Vigilance and Enforcement and ex officio Principal Secretary to the Government of Telangana, she also holds additional charge as Director of the Telangana Cyber Security Bureau and Director of the State Forensic Science Laboratories, strengthening government's cyber security and justice delivery system. A recipient of 2 presidential medals and the Ati Utkrisht Seva Padak by the Government of India, Ms. Shikha Goel ma'am continues to inspire through her commitment to justice, transparency, and the safety and dignity of women in the society. I request ma'am to kindly address the gathering.
Good afternoon, everyone. Dr. Mallikarjun, Dr. Purnachandra Reddy, Dr. Sarika Pandey, and Dr. Deepthi Surekha, plus all the staff, doctors, nurses, everybody from the institute, as well as the members of the press and guests. Inaugurating an exclusive all-women theatre and facility to tackle the issues of women, I don't think there could have been anything better to celebrate the upcoming Women's Day than this. We as women, and I include myself in that, we always take our health as the last priority. And we keep looking for excuses for not to go to a doctor to get our checkups done. For the last 11 months, I have been postponing my own pap smear test. And you find every kind of an excuse, from a meeting in office to probably children's sports day to probably guest coming over. So you do everything else in the world, but you don't want to go for your own checkup. And the biggest thing which scares me is that during the annual health checkup we are supposed to have is getting my mammogram done, because you always feel, God, what if something comes out? And I think that is probably the biggest reason why women of today, although we are aware that there's no shortage of awareness with terms of the need for having a medical checkup, but the fear that if something comes up, then what? So you keep trying to avoid it unless it is at your doorstep. And secondly, also probably to whom to go to, where you can talk freely and explain, because all said and done, especially because of our cultural upbringings, we often may not be very comfortable about talking about our intimate issues to somebody from the opposite gender. Nevertheless, I think all the doctors, male doctors, are very extremely competent, but I guess it is some upbringing or a social upbringing which we have which prevents us. And not only that, I'd compare it to something in the police. So what was the reason for us to start a She Team, or to start a Bharosa Center, or to start or have a woman help desk at each police station? The logic is same, is that when there is a woman across the table, it is easier for women to express their things. It's easier for them to open up. It is easier for them to share their intimate issues. So that is the entire philosophy for which the police department did this. And I think that the same is something which is now reflected here in the medical department. It's amazing to have this kind of a facility, and I'm sure women will be more encouraged to come. As women, we need to remember that our health needs to take priority. And also, somehow since the day we are born, we feel that suffering is a part of our life. So whether it is painful periods, whether it is painful intercourse, or whether it is incontinence or otherwise urinary problems or which you face, we generally believe that this is something which one has to live with. They are not there. There's something, and maybe we learned it from our parents, because at that point of time the medical science had not evolved so much to find solutions for all things which we needed. I think today when I visited this center, it was a person who's educated like me. Also, it was an eye-opener for me that there are so many techniques and technology and gadgets available to help you. So somewhere there is this awareness gap, and which is something like all of us put together, whether it is the medical fraternity, whether it is the press, whether it is women's group, we need to actually publicize that yes, these are some things which are available and you can get treated, and you can be, you can still, even at the age of 80, you can still be normal, because our life expectancies have gone up, and therefore while we spend a lot of money in trying to look young, probably we don't spend or pay that much attention to make sure that our body internally also remains younger. And now that we have these facilities, I hope that the women will use it. To the medical fraternity, I would like you to actually publicize the fact that getting diagnosed does not mean an end of the life. It means that you can be treated. It means that you will be healthy. Somehow for us, we all feel that if we are diagnosed with something, it is sort of end of life, and whether it is cancer, whether it is any other thing. We need to now tell that technology has advanced so much, medical sciences has advanced so much, that the treatments are very, very effective. This is something which is lacking, I think, and we can do lot from the medical fraternity to break this myth which is there, and this fear psychosis which builds up in all of us, including me, that you avoid going to a doctor for a checkup unless and until it becomes extremely essential and you can't bear it, do you go? And at times that may be actually a little late for you to go. So great initiative, and I hope more and more women use it, and more women pay importance to their own health, because ultimately I guess that is the thing which matters. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your personal stories with us. Now I request Dr. Mallikarjuna sir to share his few words.
I don't think everything has been shared. I don't know whether. At once upon a time, it is a lack of awareness was the biggest problem in 3 decades ago. 2 decades ago, lack of facility and infrastructure was the reason. And 1 decade ago, lack of trained talent was the reason. I think we have put these gaps all into place and everything has been fulfilled. You have an awareness which is existing in the society now. You have an infra which is easily available, and the technology which can be so well intricated and gone into the very patient-friendly technology. And the third thing is the talent and specially trained personnel for that. I think that's the best combo. If you all three these things are fulfilled and there is a place to work on, I think everybody can be taken care of in this problems. And as I said, everybody has been hardly 20. I started practice 36 years ago. I still know how many patients I used to see coming with a urinary incontinence problems at that point of time, and the number of patients who are coming forward to get it treated at this point of the time. That was existing even then, but never they came forward. As Madam was telling, they started living with it. They thought that this is a way we need to live. I think that's not needed any further. There is a possibility of correction in majority of the cases, and it doesn't need a big thing, but understanding it is more important. And possibly people will start understand it, or possibly are aware of it and get aware of that it is possible to correct them and get it corrected. Thank you.
Then I thought this is the apt time. In fact, it's a very landmark day. So previously, these female users used to ask, sir, we want to have a special theatre. Then thought there's no place for the theatre. Then we discussed and all those things. When we were expanding the building, then we thought we should have the female urology department. And luckily, we could get a place where female can get examined in privacy and with confidence. And in fact, our great, both the people, Deepthi and Sarika Pandya, are a wonderful female urologists. And it's a more important thing is, not only the urology department, in fact, the physiotherapy is also equally important. It's a combination of all these people which makes the ultimate success. So here, in a single institute, having the female urologist with the concerned physiotherapy, it is a wonderful aspect of it. And one more thing is, majority of the diseases which can be treated, even the doctors do not know. It's not just the general public. So the awareness should be brought by you people. I hope you really make it open to everyone. Thank you.